Damn, Coquito, where you found this? EUWF exclusive. Featuring CeeJayWolfy, For-Terrell, Party M, and Alice Coquito. Welcome.
Woo-wee! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 18 of the post-review podcast of WWE Evolve, the new hottest thing, hotter than the glaciers of hell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with my lovely co-hosts, Mr. Terrell and CeeJayWolfy. How are you, sir and ma'am?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
And EOD Wrestling Hub 33, the grizzly bear of wrestling knowledge, which is pretty awesome. Hit that up.
Hey, how you doing, everyone?
Thank you. Today, I want to give a shout out to Enofe, Mr. Jamar Hampton, Gentala, Layla Diggs, Swipe Rights, Vanity Project, you know, the Puerto Rican and the two Mexicans, Lindsay and Joaquin, and Del Toro. I'm Latino, I can say that. And I want to say that this show that we do, which, by the way, Cardi M, say hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the POWF Evolve Couples Podcast.
Yes, episode 18.
Figuring out the name for this. Go.
Let's start off that they showed a video package of the months leading up to everything, right? They led it up to what was happening with Enofe and leading up to Swipe Right and Lindsay Dorado, and that Lindsay Dorado was gonna pin Jackson Drake a little while ago, but it never happened. So Lindsay got the crew with the LWO, which will be the main event. Swipe like Vanity Project 3 or 4 against Lindsay and the LWO. And then we get lead up to the first match of this show, ladies and gentlemen, which I love to say it. And before I say it, let's hear this. Let's see the tail of the tape. There we go. I hope it shows it for us. I think so.
I'm taking over.
One
city at a time. Evolve is the brand that it is.
It is, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put that out there. Before we start, tail of the tape. Enofe is 6'3". Hampton is 5'9". World record for Enofe that he can cook minute rice in 59 seconds. World record. And 58 seconds. Sorry about that, Enofe. 58 seconds. And that Jamar Hampton can make good banana bread, I guess. Which gives the fact that as much as you hate a person, you gotta respect the bread. Respect the bread. Like, that's my grandma's recipe. Like, all right.
That makes me wonder, like, did he bring some banana bread to a match one day? Just
Yeah.
I'm bringing you guys banana bread.
Like the day before, he's like, it's pretty good banana bread. Like, yeah, all right. So I respect that. I like that. He says that he, yeah.
Oh my bad, I had an idea for that. I like that banana bread comment. So
yeah.
He already come out to R&B sounding music, right? What if he came out with like a loaf or a slice of banana bread and pass it out to the ladies? The loaf, you get it? The loaf, the loaf.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Banana.
Would too.
Banana loaf.
Yeah, it works for New Day. It did work. They do pancakes and random shit at people. So like, you got 50 people, and he could just like you could rub the banana loaf on his.
Oh god! Oh.
It happens, man. It happens. You gotta make that happen. You gotta make those T-shirts. He said that mostly the Jamar Hampton is 240 pounds, mostly water weight, which I do. I showed the picture to the group where Jamar Hampton was showing his body, and Enofe said that it was AI. It was reported to Instagram, seeing that it's false, and it was mostly water weight. I love the continuous hate for Enofe and Hampton. Let this shit ride the fuck out for years. Go. I love that. So we got the beginning of the match. Hampton versus Enofe. And I want to say this was a really good match in the beginning. Power versus I guess, experience.
Okay.
Let's say that experience, because Enofe had the experience of working with different types of wrestlers before his shoulder injury. Jamar Hampton only worked with certain type of wrestlers before he got to Evolve. Two things. Holy shit, this motherfucker can jump. Let's be real. I don't know. Like, does anyone know like the height of the third wrestling rope? Like how high it is?
No.
No, right? I don't even know exactly. I'll have to look that up in the future.
So like average 5 feet, maybe.
It's got to be like, because it's about the same size as what Alexa Bliss, I think. The ropes.
Yeah.
So she's about 5 foot. So yeah.
The bar hits her eyes like this, just to like stand up on stuff.
For some taller wrestlers, it's usually up to like their shoulders.
Yeah.
And they're like,
6 foot.
6
Yeah.
foot.
So Jamar Hampton did a jump like this, and both his feet, not just like touched the like he went over. Just I'm like and the guy has fucking hops for days.
Yeah.
He did a drop kick 2 or 3 times, looked like fucking Ibushi. Just the height and the angle. I'm like, all right, it's cool, but Enofe being smart. By the way, I couldn't get the clip of this, but there was a special move that Enofe did where he stomped on Jamar Hampton 4 times.
Yeah.
I call it the Mario jump. It was just bookut, bookut, bookut. He turned around, bookut, and then did like a lazy pin, and then like for a 2 count. Now
that was a lazy pin.
That was a lazy pin. But ladies and gentlemen, we're in the Post Evolve podcast because we give information from the commentators too. We learn a special thing about Robert Stone.
Pull off those cones.
My early 20s, but
Right now, Jess.
Yeah, right now he's working Jamar Hampton into the corner, and he's doing a heck of a job.
Oof, DDT. Do me a favor. Never wear an outfit like Edris is. Right now, pinfall and a 2 count. You cannot pull off those cones.
My early 20s, believe me, I did. That's why my wife married me twice.
Twice?
2 times, Peter.
Well, what do you mean? You renewed the vows?
No, we married twice.
Was there a divorce in the middle?
Idris Enofe has this locked in.
And we're back.
Oh my god.
We'll get to that later. We'll bring that up later about his mysterious double marriage. In the end, Enofe being a ring technician in the sense of that he understands where everything is. Let's see the clip, ladies and gentlemen, and see it for ourselves.
Idris Enofe, who, as Robert pointed out, really sees himself as the face of WWE Evolve, and he wants to get back to the top of the heap.
He sure was, and in this match here, we got one who's chiseled, the other is carved, but there's a win in this match.
Very interesting stuff last week, as you see Idris's innovative athletic offense. When you saw Dante Chen show up, did you have any idea? Oh! High cross body there.
Now, the part I couldn't show and I can't show is that they went to the outside after he did a stinger splash and Jamar missed and hit his head on the turnbuckle. They went to the outside. Enofe did a nice little kick to one of the legs and he went down. Then he did a neck breaker to Jamar on the corner on the outside of the turnbuckle. Went inside, wrap around neck breaker. Simple technique for the 1, 2, 3 and EOE of excellence. Idris Enofe 2-0. Jamar Hampton 1-1. By the way, I've got to press this. Jamar Hampton, this is now your button too.
Dynamite, 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 dynamite.
I don't know what's funny.
Now, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, the dynamite.
Play it again.
Yeah,
Play it again.
play. Rewind selector.
Dynamite, 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 dynamite.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that was her requesting that a second time. So Jamar Hampton, this is my girl. You better step the fuck away. Step the fuck away. I'm gonna fucking. All right, just being respectful, just being honest. All right. Mr. EOD Wrestling Hub 33, your thoughts and rating of the match.
To me, this was a really good match. It kind of went the way I thought it would go last week, except for the fact that I was like, okay, the experience thing. I thought Enofe was going to still cheat, even though he didn't have to cheat. But this match showed that he didn't have to cheat at all, because like you said, it was like power versus more experience. There was a lot of stuff that he got out of just because he just has more experience wrestling. So I really like that. Jamar, he is pretty strong and everything. So he did power out of yeah, it went the way it was supposed to go. Enofe winning, and so now he's what 2-0 in singles matches because he was in that championship match, and not going to talk about the stuff that's going to happen on later on, but he still looked like he could be a contender for the Evolve Championship and everything because he was in that championship match. He's 2-0, so but yeah, the rookie couldn't have won. I guess he could have, but Enofe is supposed to be established and everything. This is probably Hampton's second match technically. I didn't watch LFG, so it makes sense, and he could always at some point later on, like Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls. You got somebody beating you down. Eventually, you got to get over that hump. So I liked it. I give it like a B+. It was pretty much what I thought it was going to be. So good showing for both of them.
Okay, I'll give it that. CeeJayWolfy and Terrell, thoughts and rating.
Oh yeah, I agree. We got a good show from both of them. Yeah, I also agree for being on B+. It was a really good match.
Hell yeah. Jamar definitely showed Enofe that just because I'm big, I could get down with you. You know what I'm saying? And he had hops too. That's crazy. He had hops. Like when that motherfucker hit that damn that air split or whatever, I was like, yo, dude got something. Like he really got something. Or, you know, as Alex would say, he's full of dynamite. Oh yes indeed, man. But no, Enofe won, and you know, I got to give him his props. You know, he is like literally, you know, a leader in the locker room for Evolve, and I love this for Enofe because it actually we able to see him in the singles competitor light now. You know what I'm saying? And I say him and Jamar need to have like a little series going. You know what I'm saying? And you know, with Jamar, Jamar needs to tap into that Dynamite or Dolomite or Shaft type of feel. You know what I'm saying? Be like the hero, or be like that symbol, you know, for the people, for the lady or whatever, you know, he would like to take it to. And Enofe could literally tap into his Wesley Snipes Demolition Man if he wanted to. Like just full blown shit. Just let us know, like, you the final boss, Enofe. But I think Jamar gonna get him next time. I don't know. I feel like they need to keep this going between these two.
Yeah.
And it needs to be a legit beef. You know, somebody that got their feet wet, bully the person that's trying to get their feet wet in WWE. So I'm gonna give it a B+.
Okay. Invisible Woman, your thoughts on this? I have a lot to say about this match because Terrell gave me a good idea on something else too. Here you go.
Okay. Well, in terms of rating this match, I'll give it a solid B. My question is, because it was a good match and you saw like the back and forth, but do you feel like Jamar Hampton, like the reason that he lost is that he gassed himself out?
No.
Or was it just like Enofe's experience that won in the end?
Experience.
Okay, well that was my question. But go ahead, share your thoughts.
Okay. B+ for me. Troy Yearwood is still green. He can do a lot of like jumping and hopping and like doing, but he's not really like there in terms of like fluid moves. I'm gonna say that in a bad way. I say that like he's got
the power, but he has to learn how to like.
He has the no fear in doing things on the outside. He has the no fear doing the hops. He has the no fear doing the drop kick. Like most people have a fear doing the drop kick because you can fall wrong by accident, just randomly, 1,000, 1 of 1,000. But he has no fear in that. It's the technical things that like with Jamar Hampton, he's a mixture of like Goldberg, Batista, and like a little bit of Ryback. each one had their own uniqueness, but they all missed something in a weird way. He is all three of them because he can, and a little bit of Ibushi because he can jump. He can jump.
Yeah.
But he just something missing. The character, like I said, this was this match between Enofe and Hampton. But thank you for bringing up Demolition Man. Reminded me of like Edris was Simon Phoenix and Hampton was Demolition Man. Like good and evil. Enofe reminded me of Phoenix in this match. Like very crafty, using every part of the ring, being smart, sometimes being cocky. He didn't have to do the fucking four stomps. He didn't have to do that, but he just did it for fun. And then he's just like, oh, I'm gonna pin you. Oh, whatever. Like, no, like that's the part. Like, it was good. I like the Enofe. Like, I've never seen this part of Enofe. Like MJ Enofe.
Yeah, like I was gonna bring up. It's a meme that I saw today, and I saw this meme before I actually sat down and watched Evolve because I watched it late today. But so Jamar Hampton had his Ricky situation today or yesterday. Ricky from Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
We know we know he's athletic, but he could not outrun a bullet.
Yeah.
What if Ricky put his athleticism to good use and never got shot? That's what Jamar needs to do next time going up against Enofe. He needs to beat him at his own game. We know Ricky could have jumped the gate, but he chose not to jump the gate.
Oh, yeah.
He could have easily jumped into someone's backyard and not get shot, but he didn't do it. You're an athlete. Do it.
I love this podcast.
Just hop the gate.
Yeah.
Like, hop the gate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
No, he's right though. He's right though. He's right. Like Jamar is just he has the ability to do it, but he doesn't.
But he just got outsmarted. Enofe got that experience, man.
Yeah. And there will be a second match in the future, and we will see Jamar Hampton learn from his mistakes, and then there will be a third match.
Yeah, this needs to be a proper feud.
Again, yeah, because like they've learned from Keanu and Harlem. They kind of like they split it up for a while until we got there, and then they did their own little things. Now there is no more Harlem Lewis technically in this world right now. So in the world of Evolve anyway. But speaking of the world of Evolve. Oh yeah, I get this. Yeah, I already said it. Back B plus like that. Backstage, Stevie Turner is with the LWO, just doing LWO things. Talking about the match ahead of the main event. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the special segment that makes no sense of why he said that in public.
Chewy, the pot is hot tonight. It is extra large.
It's the time
It
of
doesn't
that
get
week,
old.
ladies and gentlemen. Why did they say that? They were cool with it. Cappuccino Jones and Cat Cartwood video package once again. Again. Which is fine. Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel talking about how they made their name Adrenaline Drip. Cappuccino Jones needed coffee. He's like, I have an idea. Let me FaceTime Jack Cartwheel. And then he called Jack. He's like, I got the drip. He's like, well, I got the adrenaline. Ding dong. They made the name. That's it. That was a whole minute and like 20 seconds of that fucking promo. I'm like, you didn't have to say that. But I get it. I get it.
It was like recounting a stoner's idea.
It took me 30 seconds to make this banner, and I wasted more time in this banner than the damn video. So I'm gonna just EOD Wrestling Hub 33 thoughts on. I like this. Whatever. I don't give a shit. EOD thoughts on the fucking promo. I'm gonna shut up.
The promo to me was fine, and the fact that they redid it. If you notice on Evolve, if you get a segment twice, especially like 2 weeks in a row, they see something in you and they're trying to push you. They want people to get to know you. Their next step though is to kind of start showing up on NXT a little bit, kind of like the Vanity Project. But it's always good to give like backstory so you could care about the wrestlers and everything. And yeah, it was kind of goofy and everything, but they're young. I figure like, oh, they're young, so give the goofy story and everything, how they came up with the name, because they're a little goofy and everything. They're good, but they got that Yeah, have been like I'm like kind of newly out of high school type of stuff, so their stories are gonna be kind of. I'm old, so I'm like looking at them like they're kids. So
No, you're absolutely right. Just a quick interlude. I was gonna say this whole storyline feels very Gen Z coded.
Yeah.
So yes, it
yeah,
does
I don't
feel
even know
very
what
young.
generation they're in now. Like Gen Z was the last thing I heard. I'm like, they gotta be something after that by
I
now.
think it's
I'm
Gen
like,
A. I think it is Gen
so
A.
it's like I don't even know what they're called. So I'm like, hey.
Well, I don't know.
So-
They're a few years younger than me, but
It recycles itself, so it's kind of weird.
yeah.
So it was fine for me. It was fine.
All right, Terrell, CJ.
I mean, I always get excited to see Cappuccino Jones and Cartwheel on the screen. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I like that they're doing something with them, and that's pretty cool. I think it's a tag team. They gonna snap though.
Yeah, I'm glad they got a team name.
Yeah,
So would you be their names? I'm glad they got something together.
yeah. I look at it as like if Kurt Angle and Ron Killings was in a tag team.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Like imagine if Kurt Angle and
Yeah.
K Quick was in a tag team.
Hey. Oh.
Yeah, get rowdy.
No, it would work. It would work. Like I don't mind the name. Yeah.
Get Expresso.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck that shit, the espresso. No, thank you. I like the name. It's no DIY. I'll give them that. Their combined skills can do damage. That's the truth. One's like Cappuccino Jones is very bendy, and Jack Cartwheel is just a cartwheel freak of nature, which I love that shit about them.
No, the name is just feels accurate.
Yeah, it's just
like
we
makes
talked
sense.
we talked about this before we went live with EOD, so we have the question here with Terrell and CJ. Now we have technically two tag teams in the Evolve division. We have Swipe Right into a raccoon's fetus, and we have Adrenaline Drip. Drip.
You always ad lib this.
Oh yeah, of course I'm gonna ad lib. Swipe Right into a gel's hellhole. Yeah, of course. Swipe right into Gene Hackman's hair follicles. Of course, I'm the master of the buttons. Now, I want to say this. TNT is the third one, technically. TNT technically is the third one.
Yeah.
How many tag teams? Here's a question for you, CJ and Terrell. How many tag teams does it take for it to become a tag team division, to become a tag team belt?
So you need at least about 16.
Damn, I was finna say that.
At least.
Because let's see. During the Attitude Era, popping teams. Well, I ain't gonna say because they had a lot of teams down there, but popping teams, we had Hardy Boys,
Douglas.
the Dudley Boys, Too Cool, Edge and Christian.
Yep.
APA.
Yeah, APA.
Popping teams. Come on, it's one more. It's one more. It's one more.
Japanese Mafia.
Baby, say Acolytes.
Yeah,
that's APA, baby.
Don't say they were there before that.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's Edge and Christian. I don't know if you said them or not.
Well, you're right. Acolytes.
Yeah, they were with that first with no.
Yeah, Edge and Christian too.
Oh, and the Headbangers.
Kai and Ty.
Yeah. The Road
and
Warriors.
the Headbangers. Yeah, they were there for a minute. They were there.
So,
yeah, we have to count them.
I say about six. About six.
So that's not it. We kind of lead by that.
About 6.
Yeah.
At least 6 to be a tag team.
So that's 6 people. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but that's 6 people in an arena of like 10,000 people or more. We have to think of it as an arena of just 50 people.
Yeah.
So work that out. Do the math.
Well, when there's belts,
top 4.
If it's belts, tag team belts, I say 6. At least 6.
Okay.
At least 6 teams. At least.
Top 4. Start off.
Yeah.
Top 4.
At least.
Okay. Because good point. Because there's 12 women. That's true. In the women's division, there's 12. In the men's division, there's 12. 13, 14, depending on how many people they keep coming in. Dante Chen is like 13.
Yeah.
In the tag division, I think there should be like at least 5. It'll be NXT 2016 all over again. NXT 2016 only had 5 teams. That's it. They just kept on cycling each other over and over again for a year. The Bald Villains was a championship for a long time for a weird reason.
Yeah. that makes sense. And the reason why I say the 5 actually makes sense is because you have one team that are champions, and then you have 4 teams that is trying to get to the champion.
Yeah.
So like even if they wanted to do like a 8 a fatal 4-way, you got 4 corners to a ring anyway. You got each tag team. It's like just an idea. The champions are not involved because they're already champions, and that's how you do like a number 1 contender type thing. And then the winner of that match go after the team, and the other 3 teams got to compete while you have number 1 contenders.
Yeah, for me,
5 teams make sense. Yeah, 5 teams make sense. Yeah,
I think about like 4 or 5. Also, because if you remember the older video games that used to come out, like Attitude and Warzone, they didn't really have a lot of tag teams to go through. Even if they had a tag team division, it was like maybe 4 or 5. So I'm like, I guess you want to have more, but for right now, it's a smaller thing, and so at least like 5, just because, like you said, have your championship, and then you could always have your fatal 4s, and if you have the champion be dominant for a little bit, you can kind of delay everybody in the carousel. So so they just need a couple more, and then you can have a legit team. So tag team division.
You have a whole bunch of them. You have the guy that's like the Peacock knockoff. You got Holloway. You got you got this motherfucker right here that we have a button. We literally have a button for this guy. I mean,
I want to know what's in this backpack.
Well, yeah, like to me in the beginning when they had all those tag teams, it was mainly to kind of get as many people in front of the screen as possible the way Iverson. So it's like, hey, tag team here, we're just gonna throw you out together. So we have, instead of introducing one at a time, we introduce 4 of you at a time, give you your backstory. Maybe you'll be a tag team, maybe not. So now that we're further along in Evolve, now we can we got the characters and stuff like that. Now we can start setting up tag teams and everything. So,
hell yeah. But that one tag team needs to come back to Evolve though. My boy,
I know what you're talking about.
Aaron Royce, Aaron Royce, and he's actually in ROW.
Of course he is.
Yeah, I ended up watching I watched the episode one day and I was like, that's that JoJo's Bizarre dude. And then his name like his name popped up. That's Aaron Royce. That's the androgynous dude. Hey, he got charisma. That's the only reason why I remember him, because he got charisma and he was taunting people, comedians.
It was different.
Like, it reminded me of Gold, like early Gold Dust. Like that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. He was cool the one episode. We never saw him again.
Yeah, never saw him again.
Bring him back for a tag team.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Anyone say something?
No, I have like a crazy hypothetical to throw out there. Yeah. So what if Stevie Turner just says that, you know what, everybody in Evolve has to be in like a tag team or something like that, or because I don't know, I just feel like that would be
either you're going
like
for the main or type of deal. Tag. Yeah. Go on again.
I was gonna say like a Dusty Cup thing when they had the Dusty Cup going on NXT. It was like, hey, you want a tag team, but hey, do you want to be a partner? And they just partnered up and everything, and maybe became a tag team after.
You're a tag team
they
now.
could do something like that. Yeah,
they could.
Yeah,
they could.
But not because I feel like Evolve is already doing a way better job of like they're giving their tag teams attention, but they're also letting them be individual wrestlers. Whereas NXT, it's like, all right, you have the solo stars that get time, and then everybody else is the tag team, and just kind of gets shoved to the background until maybe they get a chance in the limelight.
And WWE Evolve, I know you're fucking hearing this. Stevie Turner can say this specifically. Evolve. And Evolve exclusively. You have to have a tag team name in order to be a tag team. You cannot be 2 people together and just saying da. No, you have to have a tag team name.
Yeah. You have to be
That's
a team.
The only way.
Gotcha. Your name.
It worked for NXT 2016. Yeah, exactly. It makes sense. So Holloway, let's say Holloway and the Vagabond try again. They're like, oh, we're a tag team. Okay, fine. Work, like do a tag team match, try a couple, figure it out, and then you'll sit like Cappuccino and Jack Cartwheel, and then you'll do a fucking vignette when you got a name too.
Yeah,
like do something.
Because like even in the Attitude Era, and they was even champions for a short period. A lot of people forget about Triple H and Stone Cold.
Yeah, I remember that. The power trip.
The power trip. And that was crazy. Their name, to be a tag team, Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah.
Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian.
Yeah. Here's the scary part. Cappuccino Jones and Jack Carver got a name, yet Seth Rollins' group has no name.
For real.
And they're going on week after week after week after week. And supposedly there's another member coming. It's
Bronson and Braun, baby oil.
The bronze.
No, yeah, they did call them B&B Security, so that was really nice. Yeah, Bronson and Bronson. But
they supposed to say that tag team they supposed to be called the Big Dog.
The Big Dogs. That's what they name supposed to be.
Rumored.
Come on, that's stupid.
I said, y'all, come on. No, don't do that. I hope they don't go through that.
Call yourself B&B.
No.
Man, I would rather them be called the industry than to be called, or I would rather them be called the future or something, not Big Dog.
Yeah. Industry's not bad, yeah. The industry.
Go on.
But no, this does make me wonder again who is the mysterious attacker, because going off the tag team thing, like let's say Layla Diggs and Mason Holiday are practicing backstage or something, and then the attacker tries to go for them, and like.
Oh, we gotta get into that. We got to get into that, but
Speaking of that right now, Layla Diggs versus Gentala, match number 2.
Yes.
Gentala comes out super happy, really generic. I think it's like
Mortal Kombat vibe.
No, it's like it was like generic setting number 3 entrance. Like
no disrespect at all. I'm just
I'm like, all right, man. You just come on, man. I get it. I know. You have muscles. I'm pointing at you. Just do a I'm like it's not as bad as Nikita Lyons, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
Nikita Lyons is in her own category.
Now, throughout this match, Gentala is focusing on the left shoulder and left arm of Layla Diggs, pushing into the turnbuckle, doing arm drags, flip arms, and all that other stuff. Layla Diggs, for some weird reason, kept using her same left shoulder to attack Gentala over and over and over again. Even Robert Stone said, use your legs. They are the only things that are not been injured and have not been touched, and you can clearly do leg moves. Use your legs. And she did. She did the Booker T leg thing. She did she didn't do the the last time that was kind of like a swerve kick. Yes, like a nice little Booker T axe kick. At a certain point, Layla Diggs was gonna. You know what? First off, let's hear from another snippet from Mr. Where's the guy right here, Mr. Robert Stone.
And you can see the pain on the face of Layla Diggs. Gentala from St. Mary's County, Maryland. You heard that on her introduction. You know who else is from there? Hall of Famer Scott Hall. So she's got a lot to live up to in that small city, I'll tell you that.
Now, I'm from Maryland myself. It's St. Mary's. We're talking the sticks.
Yeah, I mean, but she's got to live up to that name.
I'm from Montgomery County, Maryland, the best part of Maryland. You know that, don't you?
I thought it was Baltimore. That's the place I know.
Absolutely not. Gentala now going to work on the.
Now, apparently, if you're in Baltimore, Maryland, you're trash. And
he offended a lot of people.
I had to put this out there. By his words, Peter Rosenberg said that Baltimore, Maryland is trash. And press up my button. There we go. My button.
I still can't get over the
second
Scott
off.
Razor Ramon thing.
Yeah, the Scott Hall thing was kind of like crazy. He's from Scott Hall too, and like I didn't know about Maryland. Like Gentala lives in what we call a campo, like the forest, the sticks, the deep. Like you eat your food and make your food and drink your food over there. You don't go to the town. All right, baby, you lived in a campo, baby.
I just think Razor was from Cuba. That was crazy when I found out.
Yeah, that was a kind of crazy part.
He's like, Montgomery County, Maryland is the best, obviously. I'm like,
I thought it was Baltimore. Absolutely not. Shut the fuck up, Robert Stone. I'm like, oh shit, you got balls.
You ever had fish in Baltimore? I mean, I haven't. But I've heard
No, but either way, I can't say that because he'll come after me. At the end of this match, Gentala took whatever it took to win. Here we go.
Yeah, but no, it's not a smart decision, but I do like that she's smart.
Display again from Layla Diggs. And Layla Diggs. Can she get her up for the slam?
I don't know. Her arm is hurting.
The way out of it and going to the arm right there.
She took the opportunity and locked in the Bakunawa Ban. And that's it. Wow, man. Quick tap.
Bakunawa Bond for the quick tap, left shoulder for the one. Just done. I give this match just like it was okay. Gentala was very basic. I respect it. I respect that. It's just like Troy Yearwood. They have the basics down pat, but the fluidity is kind of weird. Like they're a little scared. Layla Diggs was scared too because she was trying to do like kind of stuff like that, and she was pulling Layla Diggs' hair like this, but it was like she grabbed a whole bunch of it and kind of like pulled softly. So she's like, okay, like that. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird on that. The submission, very fucking awesome. Chef's kiss. We'll talk about the suspects list later. CeeJayWolfy and Terrell, thoughts and rating of the match. 3+ minutes. That's it. That's it. That's it.
I enjoyed the match. It was pretty good. Gentala was great. I mean, both ladies was great. Commentary for this match was pretty funny too. Found out some facts about Scott Hall. Honestly and true, I didn't even know where Scott Hall was from. Honestly, I thought Scott Hall was from like Florida or something. Honestly, that's what I thought. But I will have to give this match. I'll say a B-. And the only reason why is because the match, like I said, it was good. It was short, but you know I love me a good submission.
Yeah.
And I love seeing a motherfucker tap. Oh, yes, I do.
Oh my God.
I love it. I like it.
But I enjoyed the match too.
So would you say this was an S for submission?
Yeah.
S for submission.
Jesus.
But I enjoyed the match too.
I love it.
It was pretty good. And I give it a B. I give it a straight B.
Okay.
The Gentiles some new stuff, so I give it a B.
Come on now.
Okay.
I need Nikita Lyons to catch up. Nikita,
No, I
use
don't.
those thighs. Put a motherfucker in the headlock and choke the shit out of him.
Something.
Make a motherfucker.
But okay, I'll go this way. B, good match. Gentala still needs to learn.
Oh shit!
She got the submission down. She had the submission down pat. It's the before and during she needs to fix. That's all. Nothing like menial, but nothing, just small things.
Yeah.
Layla Diggs, don't be scared of using your legs. You have like maybe like a 6 in a shoe. Like a 6. You're not gonna snack someone's head off. You're good. All right, just that's it. Don't be scared to do it. Shout out to Reg. Thank you for that. Right hand Cam. What's good? But for me, B. Cardiem, thoughts and rating of the match.
I'm gonna give this one a C.
Yeah.
But that being said, I am a big fan of Layla Diggs' wrestling style. Gentala, like, I'm not a fan of armbar specialists.
You're not.
And we were saying while we were watching the match, like, she could expand to other moves. Because she was kind of like, you know, like, she had a few moments where she was, you know, she did her thing. And then, like you said, it's like, she's got the finish, but it's everything in between that you got to focus on. It's not just about the tap out at the end. So, I'll give it a C for this one. They have potential, but work on it.
That's casual. EOD Wrestling Hub, your thoughts and rating of the match.
All right, I'll give the rating first. To me, I thought it was a B. To me, it felt like it was a showcase more for Gentala. But the leg, well, I thought Diggs was selling the injury to the shoulder pretty well. And the leg thing, I didn't know if that was just part of the story. Like, okay, I'm using my arm and I'm not supposed to be using my arm. But I also do like when y'all talk about the fluidity of movement. Because to me, since this is evolved and they're still learning, that stuff will come. I believe that's why they're there. So I don't try to agree like too harshly, just because I'm like, okay, that's what they're there for. A lot of times, it's like their first ever kind of thing with wrestling to begin with. So working in front of a crowd, all that good stuff. But you can see the potential's there. And Gentala, again, I look like she's kind of heelish to me and everything, just because of the way she attacks the injured part, even though it's a smart thing to do. But she does it with like no hesitation. Everything. Well, no hesitation, no remorse. So I did like her tap out and everything. And I think Layla Diggs, she's gonna be good. after a while, kind of like a Jakara Jackson. I think maybe Diggs might end up being like. But yeah, like I said, B. It was a good match. It did what it was supposed to do.
Okay, I get that. I'm just checking on some history to make sure I got this thing accurately. Go and get it,
No,
girl.
that's the cool thing about Layla Diggs is, I mean, visually she compares to Kehlani Jordan, but in terms of wrestling style, she's got her own she's got her own style, which is cool to see. And I agree,
Yeah.
like we should be judging them too harshly. Like, you know, my score is partly just personal preference of.
Oh no!
You know,
Oh no! Yeah, I know that. For me, it's like when I try to like grade it, I'm like, it's got to be like, let's say if it was not a sport, like someone from the like NXT or WWE coming down, and then they're kind of messing. And then it's like, okay, well, you got experience, you shouldn't be doing
like
blah blah blah.
Natalia, for example, we'll be judging her fairly.
Okay, now.
Oh yeah, I
Let's
was going to say, my bad.
We'll talk about Natalia there. Say that again, Terrell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, and that's why I love about WWE Evolve, because for the name of the show, I don't know if Layla Diggs is watching this, but if she is, comes to the word evolve, we're literally seeing, I can't say in real time because we know it's pre-tape, but literally evolving right before our eyes. Like we've seen her first match in Evolve all the way to where she's at now, and it's like she's getting better. But don't hesitate when it comes to certain movements. Don't hesitate.
I agree.
Go all in.
You know, I agree with the hair. Like sometimes you gotta get a little rough and everything.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I get that. All right.
You gotta be safe, but you know, you gotta get a little rough.
Now, this connects to the mysterious attacker. Now, I had to like specifically write stuff down on Google because this they didn't want to give me a specific answer on this, so I had to specifically write stuff down. So let's the mysterious attacker.
Yeah, we were talking about
All
this while watching the match.
All right. Now I'm gonna give you some dates. Now we know that every month you get 4 episodes. We're in 18 right now. Okay. So on May 21st, Danny Palmer got attacked backstage.
May 21st.
May 21st. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
On June 5th, 2 weeks later, roughly, Carly Bright got attacked before the match of Gentala. Gentala didn't debut until the week after Danny Palmer. So we'll put that out there. She wasn't even mentioned at all until the week after Danny Palmer got, oh, someone's coming, we're gonna fight with somebody, whatever. Okay, we'll put that out there right there. Okay. Gentala to me has been removed from the list of suspects because she was not there when Danny Palmer got attacked. That's for me. Layla Diggs was there through all of them.
And you think it was her?
I think it was her. And what a surprise that your left shoulder, the same left shoulder that every single attacker has been holding, is now you're like, you wanted to use it. Even though you know that using your own bad shoulder is the dumbest thing to do in wrestling. Someone fucked up your leg. Why are you doing super kicks on your bad leg?
Yeah.
No damn sense. And she wasn't a super baby face. Like, yeah, she's no Sami Zayn, but he does that shit repeatedly. But that's what I think. CeeJayWolfy Terrell, your thoughts on who the mysterious attacker is? Like I said, I'm just trying to remember every single person that got attacked. And that's the timeline.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I saw post match with Chewy. And you know, Trey Martinez, Chewbacca, love, I'm playing. Yep. That's my boy. I mean, he's when he was interviewing Gentala, you know, he said, you know, they was talking, you know, back and forth, you know, he feel like she could be a big star in Evolve and stuff. And she was like, have you seen the things that I've done? I've been kicking ass all around Evolve.
And he said,
okay, what you talking about? You only had one match. Like, this your second match. What you talking? Like, keep your eyes open. Like keep up. And he looking like, this your second match. What you mean you been kicking ass?
Yeah, kicking ass all over here. Like,
Kicking match.
right. So maybe he suspected her right then, but then again,
I don't know. It's tricky. It's
throw
tricky,
you off.
man.
Probably throw you off. But
Yeah.
I'm still
I don't
thinking
know. It's
still,
weird.
I still think when Chantel, she had a package or to be like that.
Yeah.
But at this point,
I don't know. After that, it's kind of tricky now because it's like, okay, what are you talking about? You've been kicking ass. Like, it's your second match.
yeah.
Second match.
Or third match. I don't know.
No, that was Gentala. No, it's the second match. It's just their second damn match. Oh, you know why was the hair pulling? I was taught exactly that LFG. No one literally told you to do this shit. No one told you to grab a person's hair and be a bitch about it. No one.
Yeah, no.
Booker T would
Told you
smack you
to
in your
attack
face.
someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but like I said, that
But now
with
we
the
know.
whole Gentala thing, telling Chewy she's been kicking ass all over, kind of throwing me off. It's like, this is your second match. What do you mean you've been kicking ass all over Evolve and it's only episode 18?
And you had 2 matches.
Yeah, and you only had 2 matches. So it's like, you've been kicking.
Yeah, who other ass you should be kicking besides in the ring?
But maybe it could be maybe it could be like an outsider story. Maybe she invaded Evolve and did the first attack, and we just don't know it.
Maybe.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like an LFG, like an invasion angle.
But I'm gonna still say Chantel Monroe. I'm still going off of Chantel Monroe just because of that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Theory.
Reminds me too. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you
The
for that.
Chantel video package.
Yeah, I gotta put that out. Thank you for that. Remember that. I forgot to put that out there.
Well,
go on, girl.
Well, no, while he gets that set up, I do agree it's tricky because honestly, for all of the people that we're suggesting, it could be any one of them, and they could all have some kind of reason to do it. But I don't think Gentala coming in a week after the first attack makes her exempt. Like, it could still be her, and she is one of the top 2 that has motive. Like, I think the top 2 that have motive are Kylie Rae and Gentala. And Layla Diggs, I'm like, why? Chantel Monroe, I kind of get it. And
But
Mason Holiday, I don't get it. So,
but it's Layla. Okay, this is the part I love. This we have to go off the facts that what we have on.
which is just random girls getting their shoulders.
No. This is the evidence that's been given toward us. Right? These motherfuckers are straight up 90s writers. And 90s writers put that shit right in front of your face, and you never notice it.
Which would be Chantal.
Which would be Chantal. I don't think it actually is Chantal. I don't think it is. Gentala, for me, is off the suspect list because, again, they just literally AI said it. Gentala's debut was the match against Carly Bright. So, therefore, she never popped out on Evolve except the same night that Carly Bright got attacked. But Danny Palmer got attacked 2 weeks before that.
Okay, so what about Kylie Rae then?
So it's either Kylie Rae, Layla Diggs, Mason Holiday, or the dark horse, fucking Chantal. Because they're the only 4 people left. There's no one else in the back that could, like, because Zara Zucker and Kendall are off the list. There's no one else except for 4. And maybe Natty. Maybe. If she's like a fucking dark two-faced motherfucker.
She is dark horse number 2, yeah.
You know, fucking Stepford Wives. These girls don't deserve the fucking. I'm like, all right, you lost it.
Kylie Rae
you lost it.
But
yeah,
EOD, what are your thoughts on this one?
Please.
All right.
Please.
I do agree with you. Gentala is not off the suspect list. And this is the reason why. What if the whole reason why she even attacked to begin with was to open the space just so they could call her in to get on the roster? 2, like I was telling y'all offline before the show, same thing Terrell was saying was like with that interview. It's like I've been kicking ass like all. I'm like, this is like your second match. Like you kicked some ass last week. I mean, it's not a lot of ass kicking. So I'm like, just a slip of the tongue. So I still think she's on this. It's possible that she probably is the attacker if you just want to put the people that we were looking at right now. I'm still thinking maybe it's a scream situation, and here's why. No one got attacked this week. Layla Diggs had her match. No one got attacked and everything. If she was the attacker, she doesn't have time to attack, especially with the busted shoulder now. Unless Mason Holly was to do something, but y'all were talking about only faces have been attacked. The only face that's technically left is ZZ, and I call her ZZ because it's hard for me to pronounce her name. So ZZ's the only one that's left, and she's not. She wasn't on the show at all today. So I still think it could be a combination of Holiday and Diggs. I don't know why I just like the scream theory, like two people. So now that her shoulder's hurt, she takes out ZZ next week. It's like, oh, it couldn't have been me, my shoulder. And then when they point to Mason Holiday, then she attacks someone to take the thing off. So I'm thinking maybe still that. I don't think Natalya, only because she's got other aspirations, even though it still could be her. But usually when you're up in the championship picture, it's like that's like a whole other story and everything. But they could tie it all in. So to me, I still think Natalya's still on the list. She's not eliminated from it. I still think it might be the scream thing. I think it might be, or like a dark horse Callie Ray with the whole split personality thing, and maybe she doesn't even know she's doing it, like y'all were suggesting last week. So
okay.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah.
Right. I'll press the button right now. I got a chance.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Let's talk about thank you very much. The Chantal Monroe. We're gonna jump ahead a little bit. The Chantal Monroe video package, which I was telling her, if it's a woman, it felt like a Netflix interview because like it was very like she wasn't really, she was looking at the camera but kind of looking up at the same time, and she was saying that people were saying that one way or another way, but people just, I thought she said that hate, but I heard it a couple times. She said 8.
No, she's like they kind of ate. She's like they were saying I'm not myself. They were saying I'm arrogant, conceited, but honestly, they kind of ate because I am.
I'm the reflection of perfection, which I'm gonna try to get that clip. She does talk about Kelly Armstrong. Kelly Armstrong is the for now. But once I get it, I'm gonna be boom. So I want to say, first off, that's actually pretty cool that she got her own.
On the perfect little waist.
That's one.
I was saying, I mean, she got a pretty good promo.
Say that again, EOD?
Yeah.
I was like, don't forget, it's got to put the belt on her perfect little waist. So
Yeah.
Hey, those are her words, not mine.
Yes. Yes.
No, I know. Like all the diva, like she said the word diva too. I'm like, oh god, no.
No, I gave it a solid B, honestly, because I was like, she sounds good. Honestly, it's believable. You know,
it's becoming Eva Marie, and I don't like that. I really don't fucking like that. I like her character. I like her moves. She wrestles 10 times better than Eva Marie. That's for damn sure. But the character,
more, actually, I haven't seen her in quite a while.
I don't want to the mirror breaks and she like that actually would be pretty cool. If the mirror breaks and she fucking snaps and like
that's her character turn.
That's okay. Like she gets disqualified because she beat the shit out of person so damn much because like you broke my break. But anyway, either way, CeeJayWolfy Terrell, what are your thoughts on the video package of Chantal Monroe?
I get like a B. At least showcasing that she's ready. And at the women's title.
Yeah.
So she we still need to see you in the ring because Ben Man's still seeing you in the ring. So you need to showcase us something that we need to remove. So to be on the world title picture. So yeah, I give B for for the promo.
Okay. I give it that. All right. Terrell?
Yeah. I'm gonna give the video package a B as well. And the only reason why I'm giving it a B is because but I need to see her back in the ring again because she's a good in-ring competitor. And I saw how she she addressed Layla Diggs and
Callie Armstrong.
No, not Callie. Layla Diggs and
Holiday.
I see how she addressed them on this whole I'm different or like I be acting different.
Mason too.
Like I don't know what they're talking about because you see what you get. That's what she said. You see, okay, we see what we get, but we don't see you behind closed doors. So it's like, why would they say that? Why would they say there's another side we don't see, but we see what we get? Okay, so what part of you that we don't see? It's still a mystery, but
Yeah,
yeah,
good
like
point.
she got some type of Mick
Good
Foley
point.
thing going on here. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
She got some type of Mick Foley thing going.
Mm-hmm. Because that's
And I love characters like that. I love characters like that.
because you can have a double character and evolve. You can have one character that's Chantel Monroe, very acrobatic but very like bougie, and then you can have the mysterious attacker who focuses on fucking shoulders and just like wrecks your shit.
That's another point for Gentala. Like, she's an arm specialist, so it makes sense she'd be going for the arm. And with Layla Diggs,
Then why would
maybe
she,
she's used to using her left shoulder to target other shoulders.
Yeah, but why would every attacker use, like, if she's an arm specialist, why would she use a chair? And every single one, like, it's somewhat, it's a good idea. I like the
She's
theory.
using chairs.
Every single attacker, there's a chair next to them every single time, and their shoulders like, fucking attack me. Like someone's just coming in, just whacking motherfuckers with a chair on the shoulders.
Makes me think of Kylie Ray then.
It could be, but again, it could be Layla and Mason. Like, just one person hits, one person runs.
Maybe.
And like, oh god,
the distraction thing. You see somebody,
yeah. You see a shadowy figure. You see, like you said, the scream theory. You see one hooded figure in the distance, and that's the one that distracts you enough to get not to see the one behind you getting hit with a chair.
Yeah,
and then you're out. Because no one's seen this after 4 attacks. Stevie Turner doesn't have it.
All they saw was a black hoodie.
Mind you, Stevie Turner, you can save this. Hey, by the way, after Aria Bennett got attacked, we put private cameras and security cameras throughout the whole facility, even some that no one even knows about. So
here's Evolve's budget is the same as NXT's budget.
Of course, you can have NXT Anonymous, Evolve Anonymous come out of nowhere like, oh, Anonymous. And again, ladies and gentlemen, that never played out. That never panned out.
Nope.
Never fucking panned out.
Is that a 2016 idea?
Yep. The last NXT Anonymous was the one that the Dawn gave money to Hammerstone. That was the last time NXT Anonymous was around. Speaking of an anonymous person, Natalia and Callie Armstrong contract signing. I didn't get the clip because it was like for 2 minutes. It was very long. I like that Callie was saying that, you're in my world. I had to fight the 3 strongest women in the division to like carry this on my shoulders. Natalia says like, oh, everyone's saying I did great. I did this and I did stuff. I had to carry the division for 18 years. Yeah. Now, mind you, if we do the real wrestling math, it was basically maybe 14 years or 13 because Becky, Bailey, Charlotte, Sasha, Rhea, Io Sky, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Ruby Riott, Paige, Ronda Rousey did their thing, and she was around
in the last 18 years.
Not in the last 18 years. I mean, if we go 18 years, like she shouldn't be proud of the Nikki and the others. The others.
Well, yeah, maybe it's a little cocky to say that she's carried the entire division for 18 years. I'm sure other stars have come along. Is what you're saying.
Well, when you're a heel, you're gonna think it's you. So
yeah. She's been in the game for a while.
For a long while. Which, by the way, I found out that Maxine is actually studying in the dungeon.
I don't know.
I love that. Sounds good. Everyone around here knows. It's a dungeon that Natalia's family is notorious for. Like
a wrestling training dungeon.
To give her context, the basement that we go to for the laundry. That size of the basement. Sure. Okay, take away the sheets. Yeah, take away the sheets and just put a rug on the floor, and you have a dad in the corner smoking a cigarette, and they're just watching you wrestle for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, and you're choking, you're throwing up, and the dad's just looking at you smoking a cigarette for perfection.
Yeah,
that sounds like Big Mouth.
That's Bret Hart's dad.
Yeah,
that's Bret Hart's dad. Yeah. Like, I want perfect. So Natalia grew up in that. Yeah, go on.
Anybody that is being taught in the dungeon, straight gutter. They in the
Yeah.
trenches. They in the basement. One mat on the floor. maybe one mat, and they just getting it.
Maybe a mat.
They get into it. Maybe a mat. It might be a thick, a really.
You know,
it ain't no back support. If you can bump on a thick rug, you a bad motherfucker. And get back up to be able to tell somebody that you did.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, people being taught in the dungeon. Yeah, I look at them like, yeah, that's a whole different beast right there. Women or men.
Really?
If you got balls to go to the dungeon, respect you.
Yeah. So that's how Bret Hart and Owen Hart are the best, because they were trained by their dad in a mat on the fucking basements.
Is Owen Hart the one that?
Yeah. And Owen Hart, in my opinion, we can have a discussion on Saturday. Owen Hart is by far the better wrestler than Bret at the time frame for me.
Shout out to Owen Hart.
Or shout out to Owen Hart for me.
Yeah,
but but after that, Natalia says, "Cry me a river." Kelly Armstrong says, "Look, you know,
you were looking at my belt wrong, and it was
exactly. You tagged me in when you should have tagged, even though you smiled in the last week."
Oh yeah, she did take the tag. I will admit. I was
yes.
like,
So in the end, she says, "You know what? Sign the damn thing. Let's get to this."
Yep.
They signed it. She's like kind of like holding the B button to kind of like. And then Natalia saw that shit from a mile away, like countered it. I told you.
She literally, Kelly looked at her like, "You ready? You ready? Okay, let's go."
Yeah.
Like,
and then Kelly's one weakness that we were talking about shit since episode 1 is fucking submissions. Put her ass in a submission, and less than 3 seconds later, and stood there the whole segment while Natalia was holding the belt high, and she's like, like Miss the Iguana. Looking ridiculous. EOD Wrestling Hub, your thoughts on the segment of signing while I mute my damn self.
All right. For me, the signing, it was okay. To me, I actually didn't know who the heel and who the face was when this segment was going on, because Callie has been coming more across as a tweener, and Natalia just showing up. It's like, okay, you can tell she's probably the heel in the situation, but Callie was. It was a weird dynamic, the two of them together. The punch, yeah, that was like so. And like I said, in time she'll learn how to like just throw that punch, because it really looked like okay, like a hesitation type of deal where it's like, all right, like, are you ready to, I'm about to swing, because that thing was, I could have ducked it. Everything it took so long, and the tire just easily like tapped her out. But it was fine to set it up. I kind of wish though this wasn't the first championship defense, only because the way they were setting up the Key Alliance, I thought she would challenge her for the belt first, and then we would get to Natalia. But I guess we're just getting straight to Natalia. And luckily for Callie, it doesn't look like it looked like she's fighting Natalia and not Natty, because if she's fighting Natty, I don't know how you get out of that. But Natalia, there might be a way for her to beat Natalia and make a name for herself, or they could go about Natalia wins and Natalia just stays there for a while and become a champion until someone else is coming up. So it was all right, but like I said, I didn't know who the face and the heel was. So
I get it.
They're both heels.
No, because it was kind of like a tweener for Natalia, because she was saying facts. Like, I've been super nice to you, and you've been just rude to me for no reason. Like, you're just a spoiled brat. And Callie is a spoiled brat. If you look at, like, she lost one match, and then from episode 2 to 4,
Ken LeGray.
I want a fucking match. Just bitching.
Yeah.
That was the first ever episode of our show.
Yes, I thought she was gonna be the main heel of Evolve.
Yeah. So I get that.
She just feels too big for her britches. Like,
Yeah.
like, I'm already on NXT. I don't need this.
I get that.
I'm not even here.
All right. CeeJayWolfy, what are your thoughts on the contract signing of Callie and Natalia?
It was decent. Yeah. Well, I give it like a C. Right.
I'll give the segment. I give it a B plus. Just because seeing how Kelly Armstrong can show that even though she's in a ring with an obvious legend, she stand her ground because she is Evolve champion, and she don't care who's in her way. But I feel like it's too soon. I feel like it's way too soon. Should have had some title defenses against other opponents before she got to Natalya, because I feel like Natalya would be the one to take it from her due to her being cocky, and Natalya would have to be the one to humble her. Now, if it was Natty is gonna be the one to make it. She go missing for a couple of months, and then she just magically ends up in NXT. You're like, hey, didn't you lose your belt to Natalya? Huh? I don't remember. Wait, I don't remember that. Like Natty gonna give her a new one.
Man.
But yeah, I love the submission, the match, but I still love seeing a motherfucker tap out. And yeah, Callie deserved to tap out in that moment, because you don't disrespect Natty like that. Hell wrong with you? That's yeah. Put that belt across. You could be like this with your parents, but when you come to my house, your ass getting disciplined.
I get that completely. And from that, we travel on to the next segment, ladies and gentlemen, of Shaw Legacy and Timothy Dad Thatcher Probo. Just I was gonna say daddy, but that's gonna press the daddy chill button for myself. Real quick, Shawn Legacy is getting to his locker. Thatcher's like, you know what, you fucked up, right? Because like you just like, I get it. I just want to really be I really want to be the champion. Bad. All right, fine. Train harder, run better, get better. You know, I'm gonna go after. I don't like Keanu. Like, hey, by the way, Keanu's a dangerous animal, and I love that Thatcher just smiled like, I'm scared of him. Like he's hitting my ID kids. Like he's going after my program. I don't like that. Like these are my trainees and all. Like, these are my kiddies. So next week I'm gonna have a match with him. So next week, ladies and gentlemen, Thatcher Carver, one of three or one of ever. EOD Wrestling Hub thoughts, predictions, and will this go the distance?
Whew. Okay. For the segment, I like the segment and everything, because obviously Thatcher's talking from experience. Like, okay, I see what you try to do. Almost running the gauntlet was kind of taking the easy way. It's like, hey, if I could just endure, that's gonna be number one contender instead of like just getting better. So I got that. Like, just had like the veteran smile. Like, hey, you know, that you messed up. But with Carver, I don't know what's gonna happen with this match. Evolve does a good job of giving us a winner and a loser. So I don't know if they will do anything crazy, like maybe Carver beating them where they just have to stop it and everything. Like, I don't know. This could go either way, but I don't think Thatcher needs to win this match. I think Carver needs to win the match more to keep the feud going, and then someone's gonna have to step up to him, Shawn Legacy or something like that, in the future to maybe try to stop him. But so I'm thinking Carver's probably gonna end up winning this match by beatdown. I don't think it's going to be like a straight like. I think it's going to be a beatdown, not the whole match, but the ending. So that's the prediction and stuff. But the segment, I like it. I like the match. I wish they would have held off so they could build it a little bit more. But all right, it's fine.
CeeJayWolfy Terrell thoughts and predictions of Thatcher Carver next week.
Really, it's gonna be very hard hitting. I know that for sure, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. So yeah, with this killing spree he got going on, and Timothy, trying to stand up for him. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the story today. So I'm really looking forward to see how this match gonna go this week.
Yeah, Shawn Legacy is disappointing me, man. He's disappointing me with this thing.
Yep.
I'll do whatever it takes. I
I
hate it.
anything.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it because it's like, bro, stop doing that. Like, Sean, stop. Like, bro, like, oh man, I do it. P Diddy, I want this
He did
record
say it
deal.
again.
Nigga,
Diddy,
Death Row Records.
oh, and like that's the vibe I get. Like look, like like R. Kelly, what I gotta do?
Maybe Thatcher could be his Apollo Creed and everything, and then he has to take it serious after that instead of like the. I still remember when you talk about the beg and how he was, what he would actually do.
Like,
I still remember
I
when he
hate it,
said
man.
that.
Like I don't like it. I don't like it for Sean, man. I don't like it for anyone, honestly. But it's like, stop, Sean, stop that, stop.
Well, it's
But like I
funny. He's like,
said,
I was only seconds away from winning.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he
Yeah.
he got you in 5 seconds with a kick.
With a
That's
kick,
it.
not
The one
night,
kick.
night. That's it.
yeah,
Like, you're
So
strong, but can you
maybe-
handle 3 dudes? Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
So like Sean Legacy is probably feeling some type of he's disconnected from himself, not getting the Evolve Championship, you know what I'm saying? Then he's been displayed on NXT. So he should probably feel like, damn, like, yeah, I'm finna be the face of Evolve. Yeah, y'all like, look at me. I'm on NXT. And then he didn't get the championship. So maybe he feeling discouraged, and probably that's why he feel like I'll do anything. So like Timothy Thatcher, not showing no fear. I love that. Don't fear no man. No matter how big he is. Don't fear no man. Like, bro, you think I'm scared of Keanu? Like, have you seen the battles Timothy has been in? Have you not seen any of his battles? Whether win, lose, or draw. He's not afraid to take a beating. So even with the
I think
KO
that's what he's going to
theory
get,
that EOE
a
said,
beating.
I can literally see them going back and forth at each other. It's gonna be a fight between him and Keanu. Keanu gets the fight by KO because it's gonna be to a point to where he feel like he already frustrated as it is, and it's just gonna be Timothy is not. And he's gonna beat Timothy into KO. But for some odd reason, I see Timothy Thatcher having a big ass smile on his face while getting beat the fuck up.
Keanu's going to say if he dies, he dies, and then that's when Legacy's going to start getting serious with trying to take out Carver, because it's like none of this begging. I gotta train up to go beat him. So I think that's what's going to happen. And yeah, I can see Timothy Thatcher definitely with a smile on his face.
Yeah,
after
I can
getting
literally see him
knocked out.
smiling
Yeah,
from
because
the
you know
ear
he's
to
been
ear.
in a fight. Yeah.
I will say this quick. Thatcher's not a fighter. Thatcher's a grappler. So he could be in a situation where, and I was telling Invisible Woman this is gonna be a Creed Rocky situation part 2 where they're just beating, like it's just throwing hammers at each other. They don't really care. Keanu Carver has already shown that he could just attack you with like blank eyes. It's just instinct. Thatcher as well, if it's not 3-on-1, and he beat up all 3 swipe rights by themselves when they're trying to kick his ass by himself. So I think there's coming either 2 things happen. Like Terrell and EOD's like, this is a KO match. Someone's getting knocked out. Or Keanu Carver in his rage tries to attack Thatcher. Thatcher being a grappler puts him in an anaconda vice. That's it. Night. And that could be a legitimate loss for Keanu Carver. And Keanu Carver goes to Thatcher and say, hey, can you train me? Because Carver can do this whole little, I'm an evil motherfucker and go on a rampage. If you knock out Thatcher, you didn't pin him. You just knocked him out. It's not legitimate until you pin him. And Thatcher won't take that either. And that means Thatcher will come back, have another match with you, and he'll beat you. I want the latter. I want that Thatcher beats him by submission, like straight the fuck up. Carver has a fucking neck of sand. Just saying, putting that out there.
So,
but Cardiam, yeah, go on, Terrell.
Oh no, it's okay. I'll save it for another time.
All right, no, go on now.
Well, I was gonna say Well, if Timothy Thatcher do decide to train Keanu like Keanu trained, with Timothy, how would the ID program feel about that? Or Timothy just, man, it's a tough motherfucker like this. And he just turned his back on the whole ID program and be like, no, I'm rocking with Keanu. Like, fuck it. Fuck the IDs. Like, I need this motherfucker right here. This gonna do what it takes, not do what it takes.
Oh my god.
Thatcher instead of the ID program.
Yeah.
Well,
Because that's just not the ID program. That's just the teacher of the ID program.
He's like,
That's the
I
difference.
could just focus on beating you up instead.
Yeah,
You're more fun.
I guess so.
Like,
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up to say. I give you that. I give you that. For them, for the future, that's all we know about that, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next, and this is kind of weird. I have right here, I have music in the background from the hood. We did a Chantel Monroe. Kyoto Carver has a promo, and he talks about Thatcher. You're just a teacher. You're not even a real wrestler anymore. I'm gonna drag your body. I'm gonna embarrass you. I'm gonna destroy you. So we set our predictions. So I'm happy about that. I said, I want to see one way. Everyone else wants to see another. So I'm happy with that. We talked about the Chantel Monroe vignette, so we're happy about that. And now for the main event, Lindsay and the LWO versus the Vanity Project. Here is a clip from Magic Mr. Stone, which I don't know why he kept talking about this shit, but it happens.
No. This weekend is all about playing LFO, and it's all about getting those summer bodies ready.
Did you say LFO?
LFO. July 4th weekend.
I've never put those two things together.
Summer bunnies drive me crazy.
By the way, Vanity Project wasn't even alive when LFO was made. What is wrong with you? Honestly, we're talking LWO. You went LFO. I did not expect that.
And I actually checked it. None of the Vanity Project was even alive when LFO was out. Holy shit, I'm old. Second, this is a good match back and forth. Swipe Right was dominating mostly Lindsay and Joaquin back and forth. The clip that I wanted to put out there, but I didn't get, but I will say now, Joaquin was in one of two weddings of Robert Stone as the best man, so that was pretty cool. One of two. We don't know what the second one was. In the end result, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta love the style of bowling with wrestlers.
The end of it, if that happens. You talk about a feather in the cap.
The fireworks are about to come early right now with
Lindsay Dorado now in. Fresh legs, slap, blood in the mouth.
Now, hold on, Peter. I got butterflies right now. I'm not liking this.
Goodness gracious!
God!
After that, Lindsay Dorado does a moonsault and pins the Evolve World Champion, or Evolve Champion for the 1, 2, 3. Lindsay Dorado and LWO win. My rating of the match, a good A. Lindsay, I'll talk about that later. EOD Wrestling Hub, your thoughts and rating of Lindsay pinning Jackson Drake and beating Vanity Project, which, by the way, there was a backstage segment. I want to add that real quick of Jackson Drake being the only one saying these guys are kind of like the real deal and they have their accolades, but this is a young man's game and we can beat this.
All right. For me, yeah, I know I like Vanity Project, but the right team won. I was surprised that Lindsay got the pin over Drake. But now that kind of does the same thing with the Natalia thing based on what we've seen the last couple of weeks, especially on NXT. You pin the champion in any kind of way, you could get a shot at the title and stuff. And for some reason, it's a little bit different than Natalia and Callie. I can't see Lindsay Dorado being the Evolve champion. I can't see it or whatever. He should on paper beat him some kind of way, but since Vanity Project are heels, maybe they'll cheat. but it was a good back and forth match. I gave it like a B only because I'm not even sure what the LWO is anymore. Because to me, I thought they were disbanded. Because basically, like what Dragon Lee isn't kind of a part of them no more. Zelina Vega kind of went off to SmackDown. Rey Mysterio was doing Rey Mysterio stuff. So I didn't even know they were still a tag team or a faction. I mean, but yeah, when you have someone from especially the main roster coming down, I don't care if you're the champion or not. There should be no way you beat them unless you're just that good and about to get called up or something like that. So, Fight Team won. It was a good back and forth, but I give it a B.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. CJ and Terrell, you want to go ahead and give your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a good back and forth on them. And Lindsay Dorado pinning on Jackson Drake is crazy. So yeah, he might automatically. It's crazy. He might automatically get a. So I'll see how that goes. See how Lindsay Dorado will be have like a feud with Jackson Drake and them with LWO backing him up. But match, I'll give it like a B plus because it's very enjoyable to watch.
I'm gonna give this match a B minus. The reason why I can't give it a B or a B plus is because I know I talk my shit. EOD don't say nothing
No.
about the Vanity Project. Okay, but in this instance, I actually wanted the Vanity Project to win, and only because I'm not rocking with this interpretation of the LWO.
No.
I'm not. But it was a very good match. Now, what I will say is this: the Carolina Reaper getting pinned.
That was crazy.
It's crazy.
It was crazy.
It should have been Smokes.
The champion getting pinned is crazy.
You could have had one or two got pinned.
And like I said, today has been crazy because a fun fact popped up today. Speaking of, you know who was the first professional wrestler to pin Roman Reigns after his title reign, like during his title reign, while he was still champion? Jey Uso.
Yeah. Jimmy and Jay and that tag match.
And they didn't follow up on that. They didn't follow up on it. So that comes to Drake. Let's say pinning Jackson Drake. I'll even go with Trick. Trick being TNA champion getting pinned by
Anymore.
Yeah, anymore.
Yep.
But Josh Briggs got the match.
Yeah, no, Yoshi told him.
Yeah. Yoshi gave it to him.
him.
I get it.
Yeah, he can go at the open.
But that's crazy. It's like,
yeah,
Jackson Drake got pinned.
Like, get pinned.
So I'm like, damn. I really thought they was gonna win, but I didn't think he would take the pin if they lost. I didn't think that Jackson Drake would take the pins.
No one did.
Yeah, it should have been AC Slater, aka Ricky Smokes.
Like, what the fuck they finna do?
Yeah.
So I give it a B minus because Jackson by Lindsay is confusing the fuck out of me because it's like if he get a title shot, I don't see him. Disqualification, but then it's like if he does become Evolve champion, which will be kind of strange. LWO and them need to turn heel, bro. I'm sorry. They need to turn heel, and Vanity Project needs to go to NXT because I cannot see Vanity Project being heel, and I can't see Vanity Project being face either.
Oh no.
I don't see them being face as well. So
that's Ethan Page's hit squad right there.
Yeah. So if they gonna do Lindsay going after the championship and possibly becoming champion, LWO needs to be, and they just need to be some dicks. I don't even care if they go by Lucha House
Lucha
Party.
Lid. Oh
they
God.
could be fucking whatever the fuck their name is. Lucha, but you know, Lucha. What the fuck their name was?
Yeah, that was the Lucha House Party. Yeah, it was Lucha House Party.
So even if they change their name, hell,
they don't need to Lucha House Party.
They could be like assholes. They need to be assholes. Even if they still want to go by LWO, be some assholes.
Yeah, you be here with that.
Oh, no, I do got a quick
see-
question though. It's slightly off the Lindsay Dorado thing. Until he was on Evolve, I never knew that was a cat gimmick. I just thought it was just a luchador with a mask. I didn't know was that always a thing, or is that just something new that I just like he does the perfect thing? Yeah, I just thought he was a luchador with a mask. I didn't know it was an actual gimmick.
I saw him coming out like his paw, like a cat when he came out. I don't remember seeing him doing that. Maybe,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, maybe Mr. Iguana was like giving him pointers, like, yeah, I'm a. You need to tap more into your animal instincts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, too good. He sure wasn't doing that before then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Go for it.
All right. I will say for this match, like, I agree. It was kind of shocking that the champion himself got pinned, but it's almost like they hinted at it before it happened, and I like that this match was almost broken down into two parts. It was like the first part was thinking that LWO was gonna lose, and then the second part was just like the Vanity Project getting their ass kicked for like 2 minutes straight before the match ended. It's like it just took a complete 180. Right after they said, "Oh, it'd be kind of crazy if the Vanity Project beat LWO." So that's just my thoughts.
Yes.
You want to share yours?
And with the Walking Wild comment that he was in one of the two things.
Yes. Which that Mexicali accent, by the way, is.
I will say this though. I am glad that LWO won. The Vanity Projects are fucking noobs.
No, I'm glad they won.
They're fucking noobs. These LWO has been on world.
I'm not surprised that he pinned Jackson Drake.
Yeah,
I like Vanity Project, but I agree with Alex. It's like, yeah, they're new. They're new. They shouldn't have beat them because they just have way more experience. They're on the main roster.
Yeah,
but not Drake. Drake shouldn't have got pinned. Smokes. AC Slater, you should have took the pin, but not Zach. But
if Vanity Project had won, it would have been way too over.
And we kind of fucked themselves in a corner because we have said this ourselves. No one has been defending the belts. Now, out of nowhere, Cali's going to defend the belt in the Cali next week, and probably in 2 weeks, it's going to be Jackson Drake versus Lindsay Dorado, which is fine. Like, you got to give them some defenses. It's out of nowhere, and Lindsay Dorado, first off, Terrell, you're fine. Lindsay Dorado is not going to take the fucking belt. He doesn't deserve it. It's sad. It's cute that he's trying, but
it's gonna be a good match though.
I think
it's definitely gonna be a good match. Yeah,
it's gonna be a damn good match. Yeah.
They bring the energy for sure.
Yeah, but I think Evolve's gonna stay in house. Evolve people are gonna take Evolve champions off Evolve people. They're not gonna give it. They're not gonna do the NXT thing where TNA comes out of nowhere and like, oh well, just bring it on in. No,
this was a cross promo opportunity, given the fact that like they don't really have another trio on Evolve. Like last time, they just put one together with Oasis and Jones and I think Cartwheel, right?
Yeah,
whoever
Cartwheel.
it was.
And where is this motherfucker now? Like we have a button for that.
I want to know what's in this backpack.
No, we do not. What we do want to know is that after Jackson defeats Lindsay, who's his next opponent? Is it going to be Keanu? Is it going to be Sean Legacy? Is it going to be Cappuccino? Is it not Cappuccino? Sorry. Is it going to be like because in the men's division in Evolve, there's not that many people. There's not that many. There's a small amount. That's it. Trill London? No, thank you. He's in LFG.
There's a lot more that we just haven't seen in a long time.
And Cali.
We've seen like 6.
Yeah, and Cali, guess what? You only have 4 opponents because everyone else is injured. Everyone else is injured. There's no one else. And that's like the mysterious attacker, whoever the fuck it is, better go after Cali. And like, okay, whoever Cali is going against. This is the crazy thing about this. Whoever Cali is going against, either and I swear to God, if it's Mason or Layla, it's EOD's theory comes true. Then it is those two. If it's anybody but those two, and then sure enough they get attacked, that's what's happening. Something's happening that's like If it's a Chantal long con like Black Widow shit, like son of a bitch, that's fucking badass. I will say that. But ladies and
I
gentlemen,
give this match overall. I'll give it an A. Just for like Lindsay and the LWO. The Vanity Project is wrestling as usual. They're solid.
Yeah.
They're just very overhyped right now.
yeah, I give it an A as well. We did not see Lindsay like pinning the champion, but we needed someone for Jackson Drake to fight. We got somebody, so I'll give it an A. I'll give it that surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Post Evolve Review podcast, EOD Wrestling Hub. Overall rating of the show before we get.
Did they get this all?
Yeah.
To me, overall rating, I would give it a B plus. Overall rating. It was a really good show and everything. Really good show, but I can't say it was an A.
Yeah, I give it a B plus too.
I get that. All right.
Okay.
Terrell.
I'll give the overall show a B plus. Just because they still, hitting us with, little up about the attacker, Keanu. Yeah. So overall, it's good. It's good. Like I said, it's in my top 3 right now for compelling pro wrestling entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna give it a B plus. They're doing really good with the overall product. For real.
Overall rating.
I agree across the board. I'll give it a B plus. It's not quite an A, but it's good.
No, give it an A. Terrell makes a good point. Overall, this is the most compelling thing. We don't know who the mysterious attacker is. We always get surprised every single week. We get something new every single week. We know that these competitors in Evolve are interactive with their fans and they actually like respond and like your story and share your shit. Shout out to Gentala, Aria Bennett, Layla Diggs,
Idris Enofe,
Jamar Hampton,
Hale, others, Harlem
Lewis, Chantel Monroe, Swipe Right, Jackson Drake. Like, thank you guys for like even looking at our stories and liking our shit. So I respect it. Like this, we do this Evolve podcast because we want to tell people like how we look at it and how we look at it from our eyes as just classic, just normal wrestling fans, casual wrestling fans, wrestling historians, wrestling expertise, and wrestling guys who just like love life. That's all we want to do. And if you keep liking our stuff, leave a comment down below. Jamar Hampton, please say Terrell's or CJ's or EOD's name or Cardi's name during a live when you do it. Like, hey, this is inspired by us.
Yeah.
We don't want the money. We just want the recognition saying like, this is a good idea.
And if anybody wants to come on for an interview down the line.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna be for real though. Jamar Hampton ain't even got to get up. Ain't even got to give us a shout out. They done just tap into that shit. And let me tell you something, no face. You think you better than me? Well, let me tell you something, brother. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing, you old jive sucker.
Oh, Lord.
You want to see me in the ring, go no face? Well, I'm gonna show you how it go down. Can you dig it?
Yeah.
I would love to see that one.
I want to see that.
For real, Jamar.
I want Enofe to grow. I want. Yeah. Do it, man. Just dress up in a fucking suit that rips off in a second.
I know. So,
all you need.
Ironic that Michael J. White has a new movie coming out. I saw the trailer today. So,
yeah. Like Jamar Hampton could literally be the Michael J. White of Evolve. Literally.
Michael J. White won't say no. He'll love that shit. He
would
love that shit.
But just Black Dynamite. Yeah, Black Dynamite. Michael J. White.
Yeah, I respect that. Ladies and gentlemen.
Dynamite.
All right.
Now, I have one more question before we go.
Yes.
An important question for Terrell and CeeJayWolfy. How is that mushroom coffee treating you?
Oh, very well.
Hey,
Very, very well. Especially on him.
I'ma just keep it, y'all, bro, for real. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I showed her. I took my shirt off today.
It's some change.
How long now? A week?
Like a week.
About a week?
Yeah, been a week.
About a week.
Last weekend.
I took my shirt off today, and she was just like, "No,
Yeah.
wait a minute."
It was different than the other day.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
But I know some changes on me too. But
Like even my mom was like,
Yeah.
"Something look different about you." She's like, you ain't really been going to the gym, but something is." I know.
It's those mushrooms, man. Does it taste like mushrooms? I mean, I've tried it once, but it tastes like mushrooms, right?
yeah,
But like, you just gotta cut a lot of stuff out. You gotta cut a lot of sugars out.
Mainly sugars.
And even when it comes to fats, like fats, in order to fat, you have to consume fat. Because there is proteins found in fat, but a lot of sugars to be cut out. A lot of sugars. Yeah. Other than that, the coffee is great. We drink it in the morning. We drink 1 cup in the morning and 1 cup at night. You know, as long as you're doing 2 cups a day. But if y'all want to learn more about it, I could definitely put y'all up on it. Cause like even with CeeJay, I'm noticing changes even in her train of thought. I'm noticing changes. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
I've heard the mushrooms have good benefits. I'm gonna put this one on the holistic stage, but
Look it up.
They ain't gonna happen. Yeah, they ain't gonna happen for me. I don't like coffee in general, but shout out to
Yeah. They have recipe books. You could dress it up the way you want. Get it from the website. Don't get it from Amazon. Don't do third parties. Just get it straight from the website. Because I heard Amazon be
trifling.
Yeah.
Trifling.
They are trifling. Check out High Rise Coffee. Give them a promo and give them a nice little sponsorship. I want to give a shout out to Layla Diggs, shout out to Monroe and Callie Armstrong. They're at right now a Love Island Girls Night in a weird place that they have big ass screen TVs so having fun. Curl it up. Let's get the hell out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next either Sunday or Thursday. Checking out episode 19, where we're gonna have a double main event of Callie versus Natalia, the boat versus the runner, and Timothy Thatcher versus Carver, the monster versus the monster hunter. So we're gonna have some fun with that.
Been a great show as always. Thank you guys for being here.
Enofe, call me a dweeb all you want. You just keep on posting my shit, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Good night, good morrow, and good wrestling.
Thanks for watching, and remember, like, subscribe, comment, leave your thoughts down below, and all links are in the description. See you next time where we can evolve together. Coquito out.